Your girl, I'm here with another reading, back to Bioluminescent. This is for Mercury retrograde 2022, January 14th to February 3rd, from Aquarius to Capricorn. This is for the 8th house. This energy is equivalent to the 5 of Swords, conflict over ideals and debates, detachment being greater, with the mind being more sober and logical in Aquarius and Capricorn. So unconventional styles of communication, mental pursuits, and communication being broken down to observe before engagement. So 8th house, this is the evaluation of life force energy with others, money, and alimony. So am I getting or sharing necessary debt? Am I getting or sharing necessary? Do I feel in debt to something? Do I feel regret? Are you waiting for someone to share with you, or are you just going to go out and get it yourself? Is someone waiting for you to share, or will they get up and go get it themselves? Okay. There's a hole that needs to be filled. Too dependent, or someone too dependent on you? It's time to cut out the codependency. We got Shango, the 8 Santeria, or Earth. We have La Place, Rada. I'm gonna look at this. Take a look at that card. I don't think I ever got this card before, but it's definitely a crossroads in this picture. And Yemaya, the 9 of Santeria, or Earth, 9 of Earth. She's just pregnant with a baby. Okay. So if you do have a new baby coming, congratulations. Definitely, probably was very unexpected, but there is a crossroads in this situation. Going from the 8 of Earth to the 9 of Earth, there was a decision that had to be made. And at the bottom we have dance, celebration. This is connected to establishing a relationship with our spiritual guides and ancestors, those who walk with us in the unknown worlds. But this is the Chariot, so things are moving ahead. So let's look at this Rada. The Place. Air energy. Persons described by this card are brilliant in argument and intellectual discussion, but lack conviction. The points they make so well are unrelated, one contradicting the other. Physically, this person is apt to be a young man with dark hair and dark eyes. Okay, makes sense. Okay, I could definitely see this as like you being in a new relationship. You establish boundaries with someone, and they're trying to kind of talk their way into eliminating the boundaries that you have set and manifested for them to respect. They're trying to find a way to get over it or through it, and you're not allowing that to happen or take place. And this can also be vice versa. This could be happening to you where someone set certain boundaries for themselves, and you're trying to find a way to poke holes in the boundaries that they have set to protect themselves. And but the overall energy with the Chariot at the bottom is to, be grateful that someone has boundaries or a standard in their life that they're choosing to uphold, and they won't break for anybody, even the people that they love. especially as deep as 8th house love goes. That's marriage, that's bond, that's like a forever union that has been manifested. So even if they feel that deep for you, they're still not going to break their word or their bounds for anyone. That's something to celebrate. So if you have created that with someone, where you both come to an agreement with someone that this is how it is and this is how it's going to be moving forward, unless there's some need to change. Otherwise, you can't let someone else come in and try to break that up. You got to protect it. And it looks like you're being protected very, very well, might I add. Okay, so let's get into this 8 Santeria, the Shango. We got Power, which very much is Shango. He's the Thunder, and Oya has the lightning. We have the Hermit here. We got some earth energy under the Santeria earth card. So we got the Sun in Capricorn and the Virgo. Okay, so this is definitely with the 10 of Wands at the bottom, oppression. So I do feel like the person here, person A, person A here is someone who's very grounded, very hardworking, very much to themselves. They like to be alone, have loner vibe energy. They like to manifest things in secrecy sometimes. They don't always like to tell all the details of their life, but they know exactly what it is they're doing, and they know that's how they derive a lot of power, is in not sharing everything so loosely with other people, no matter who's around them. They have the ability to, have very vivid, they have a very vivid imagination. They may be very artistic. They may be in music or create some form of art, whether it's clothing with this earth energy here, or they can paint canvases, murals, things like that. Or they just have they're just a hard-working person, no matter what it is that they work at or work in. They put their all into it, so it's always perfect. And they have good timing when it comes to coming through on something. They have perfect timing. So another reason to celebrate and dance. However, there's a reason why they feel kind of blocked from expressing another form of their spirituality or their personality when it comes to this union or this bond here. And it may be because someone is trying to infiltrate, they're trying to infiltrate the fort. They're trying to infiltrate your fort. So let's see here. Let's look at this rod of air, and it could be an air sign that's trying to infiltrate. Yeah, someone who is trying to rush in. They're trying to break this up. Somebody trying to break this up. You got the 4 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, someone is trying to. This could be you or someone else, but this definitely, to me, seems like you got somebody here that's, ride or die, and then you got someone from the past, more than likely, that's trying to come back and, make up stories, create lies. They're trying to sabotage the relationship, and it's just because they want to be back with you, or if they can't get back with you, they want to ruin you moving on, because they're still in the midst of whatever pain or anguish or emotions that they may have about themselves, and they're trying to throw that onto you by putting that negativity into your relationship. So that's like you being happy with your union, regardless of if it's up or down. You're still happy, you're still celebrating, you're still dancing. And then this person sending you messages, because it's air, and you got the Knight of Swords here, this person creating a situation where they're trying to get all the attention put on them. And then when you answer, or when you call, or you have to call them, you may have children with them, or whenever y'all have to have a conversation, they try to make it like you still want them or you miss them, and they try to make it like, oh, you can't have me no more, you this, you that, da 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 da. Or you may be doing this to that person. It could be vice versa, honestly. But you don't want to get caught up in that whirlwind of self-sabotage that they are creating. You don't want to get caught up in that gossipy energy. Okay, you don't want to get caught up in that debt, because that's a debt that you're going to have to pay. So you want to continue to you know, do your due diligence to, you know, protect yourself. Stand in your values, stand in your honor, stand in respect, and give them the respect that you would like to have, or you feel like you deserve, and you don't ever have to stoop to their level of, you know, trying to create a situation that's not even there. Okay, so let's look at this 9 Santeria, Yemaya, the Great Mother, and we got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so this is probably someone you used to be with in the past, because you got the Prince and the Queen here, and then you got the Tower, and then the 2 of Wands at the bottom. So yeah, you chose to make a decision that they probably weren't expecting you to do, which was kind of like leave or move on. With the Dance, the Chariot at the bottom, that's moving on. So they feel some type of way about it, and they're trying to catch up to where you at, but you are in a more stable place in your life than this person is. So allow them to be where they are and grow, and give them the space and the time that they need to grow, and you remain in your fortress. You remain where you are safe, where you are protected, and where you don't have to, you know, give up who you are just to be with them again. You don't have to do that anymore. You can reject that and move on to a better situation, and it allows them to also wake up to who they truly are and what they truly need. Give them the opportunity to do that for themselves. You don't have to bash them or down them. Okay, so let's see here. So you don't have to, yeah, share in that debt, and it could be about money. It could be about, you know, child support or things like that, because that is 8th house energy. So they may be calling you and cussing you out about child support, or you could be cussing them out about child support. Don't worry about the child support. Don't worry about it. Focus on maintaining the stability that you already have, and trusting in the divine guidance that it's going to give you everything you need. You don't need nothing from them. If you have the opportunity to cut off all ties with that person because they're just toxic and they create bullshit and keep it going, do that for yourself and for the children's sake, and allow each other to grow. It doesn't mean that, you know, they can't see the other parent, mother or father. It doesn't matter, because this could be on either side. It's toxic mothers and toxic fathers out here, so it don't matter what side it's on. You just know that you don't need nothing from that person. All they got to do is show up for their responsibilities, and that's it. And you are not their responsibility, and they're not your responsibility. So whatever they choose to do with their time and energy is completely up to them. If that means they need time to, you know, build something so they can be, you know, more stable in their life, because they don't have any earth energy, just fire and air and water, allow them the time to do that. And they could be bitter, they could be upset, they could be mad, they could feel however they want to feel, but you don't have to be responsible for that, because you're not. Ooh, tortoise. Ooh, you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Exactly. The situation may be causing stress between you and whoever you're with now, or it could just be an annoyance to you where you just ready to go off on them. You're ready to cut them off completely and just say, you know, fuck you, farewell. But like, there's more to the situation than you may realize. So slow down, take your time, ground yourself, and you have someone here that you can ground with. You have someone in your life that you can ground with. So take your time, okay? Take your time. All right, and that's your message. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the message. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below if this message resonated for you and how. Peace. See you later.